44 attempts. Okay, it's weird though. I'm not sure if this is harder in Insane Demon, because a lot of the reason it took that many attempts is because the pre-drops has some really fucky hitboxes. Like, the pretty much every saw in the pre-drop does not have the same hitbox as it was intended in the layout. One, because the type of saw, I checked the editor for this. The type of saw that was used for the layout and the saws that are visible in the level, they have different sized hitboxes to begin with, but even on top of that, there's just a lot of saws that are just mispositioned relative to where the layout would have had them, and that makes things a lot clunkier than it probably would have been otherwise, as well as the fact that in the pre-drop the spikes are raised a bit off the blocks, which again, I'm sure this wasn't intentional, but it did end up buffing the pre-drop in ways that did not really feel that fair, because it wasn't intended to be like that. So I feel like the pre-drop has gameplay issues. The drop still has maybe a choke point here or there, like the 33% blue orb, but the drop was mostly pretty fun to execute. I did go back and look at my old unrated demon spreadsheet, and I saw this. I was like, oh yeah, this is a level that looks pretty it'll be pretty fun. And it was fun to learn, but when I started playing from zero and I had to deal with the really inconsistent nature of the pre-drop, it's just really clunky, particularly the first 10%. And that wasn't that fun to deal with, but yeah. As far as the visuals are concerned, I think that there's some good parts. I think the first drop part in particular is my favorite part. It's really dynamic, it works really well with the song. I think that it's pretty nice. The beginning parts are definitely a bit empty, particularly in the way that backgrounds are pretty much not utilized. There's one that starts with the ball, but it's literally just those 2.0 construction looking objects that flash on the same colors, just on a different cycle. I feel like there could be have been more done there, especially with the more simple block design, which I think the block design being more simple is fine due to the song being more mellow at that point. But again, the background feels like there's unutilized space, and as well as, and I think that the second drop part is not very dynamic, when I feel like if it was, that would have definitely enhanced it. Again, the designs are fine for what they are, the effects are fine, but it's just static, which I think I would have liked to see some more dynamicism like the first drop part. Still though, I think star rate would be what I would send this for. I think it's held up alright, and again, it's hard to really fault MrSupreme for the gameplay issues, considering this was built in a time before Hitbox Viewer, I believe. It's a good bit old, and also Supreme made this on mobile, so mobile hacks definitely were not available at this point in time. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that I didn't enjoy this as much as I expected to, but yeah. Supreme has some other unrated Insane Demons. I might do those. I don't know for sure yet, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. But yeah. GG's.